Well, today we are here at Lock 40 of the Trent Severn Waterway, Thora Lock, which is just east of Lake Simcoe. This is the second lock in, or the second last lock before you hit Lake Simcoe if you're coming from the easternmost side. And they got a beautiful sign here, as they have at most of the locks, and tell you a little bit of history about the lock and the Trent Severn Waterway itself. And this one is talking about how this was the last link connecting the Trent River system, which takes one all the way down to Trenton, with Lake Simcoe, and then Lake Simcoe up to the Severn River. Now, that came to mind that next year was going to mark the 100th anniversary of the completion of the Trent Severn Waterway. Now, the first lock on the system was built in 1835 or something. It'll say it right now on the screen, I should know this. And that was at Bob Cajun, but that was not for what had been envisioned as the Trent Severn Waterway. There was no Trent Severn Waterway back in those days. All it was means of the loggers, because this whole area was heavily logged back in the 1800s, and they wanted to get their stuff down to wherever there were mills, or ultimately down to Lake Ontario and the markets down there. So that's why they started building the locks, and they were all pretty much private concerns through either the logging companies or the guys that owned the mills or whatever it was. So it was purely motivated by commerce. Flash forward now many years, and it was finally in the early 1900s that the government says, well, yes, we're gonna take it right through, we're gonna link the whole system and make it navigable right from Lake Ontario up to Georgian Bay at Port Severn. And so this was all done in stages over about 70 or 80 years from the start up until 1920, and the last lock on the system was Lock 42, Couchiching Lock, which is at the top end of Lake Couchiching, which is just beyond Lake Simcoe. And I've shown you that many times before. So as we are here in 1919, I recently spoke to some of the higher ups with Parks Canada who manage the Trent Severn Waterway, and asked what is going to go on, if there's going to be any sort of celebrations or anything special to mark the 100th anniversary of the Trent Severn Waterway and the 100th anniversary of Lock 42. And the answer was yes, plans are in the works, but they don't have anything specific or concrete right now. They got a few ideas that they're batting around. And actually I was invited to join in a conference call and maybe give my 2 cents worth, because of course I'm pretty well versed on the whole Trent Severn Waterway, and I understand the history and of course the geography. We've traveled the whole system many times. And so yes, I feel honored to be invited to add what I have to add to see what we come up with to make it all a great celebration for 2020. So I hope you keep an eye out for that as we move forward through the end of 2019, and hopefully I will have more news to tell you before it's announced to the general public. So like I said, just keep an eye on the channel, and I'll let you know whatever I find out when I find it out. All right? Another good reason to subscribe, my friends. Got to stay on top of all this stuff. It's all fun boating stuff. All right, that's it for this one, and I will see you on the next one. I'll look forward to your comments, and I'm going to look forward to your suggestions as well, what you think might be neat things to do to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Trent Severn Waterway. Let me know down in the comments, and I will pass that on, as long as they're good ones. And no free Corona, so let's not even talk about that, okay? All right, look forward to your comments as always. Thanks guys, see you in the next one. Cheers. Hey guys, really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you're going to subscribe so you don't miss any of the new content. And don't forget that I also post daily on Facebook and Instagram, so there's always lots of boating content there to check out. Now, if you'd like to support the channel even more, head on over to my Patreon page, where there's even more unique content, as well as have early access to my videos. And don't forget that links to all of my accounts, plus a whole lot more, can be found at boatingwithboogaboo.com. And again, thanks for supporting the channel, thanks for following our adventures, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers!